Many people are surprised to discover that Medicare is not, in fact, free. And not only that, you may have to pay more for your Medicare premiums based on your income. So today I'm diving into IRMA, which stands for the Income-Related Monthly Adjusted Amount that certain Medicare beneficiaries will be subject to. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Stephanie Apt. I'm a licensed insurance professional and a Medicare specialist, and I like to do these brief videos to simplify the different parts of Medicare and just to answer my most frequently asked questions when it comes to Medicare. And in today's video, I'm going to be diving into IRMA. This stands for the Income-Related Monthly Adjusted Amount. And it's essentially a fancy way of saying that certain high income earners are going to have to pay more for their Medicare Part B and Part D premiums. So in this video today, I'm going to review who will be impacted by IRMA and how it affects your premiums for Medicare Part B and Part D. I'll cover what counts as income when it comes to determining your IRMA income category. And finally, we'll review how to appeal IRMA so that you can potentially lower your Medicare premiums. And I'll ask, if you find value in the video, then please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and definitely be sure to leave all of your questions and comments for me below. I really love hearing what you have to say. So let's dive in. Every year, the Social Security Administration determines who will be subject to IRMA, and they make this determination based on your tax return from 2 years prior. So when determining who will be subject to IRMA for 2023, they will look at your 2021 household adjusted gross income. And the chart on the screen right now shows you the current IRMA income levels for 2022. And again, this is based off of your tax return from 2020. So you can kind of see which category you may fall into and what your Part B premium would be subsequently. Again, what they're looking at here is your AGI, your adjusted gross income. And AGI is defined as gross income minus adjustments to income. Gross income includes your wages, dividends, capital gains, your business income, retirement distributions, as well as other income. And adjustments to income can include things like educator expenses, student loan interest payments, alimony payments, or contributions to retirement accounts. If you're subject to IRMA, then you'll have to pay a higher premium for Medicare Part B, like you see on the screen right here. And you'll also have to pay a higher premium for Medicare Part D if you purchase a standalone Part D prescription drug plan or a Medicare Advantage plan that includes prescription drug coverage. So this brings me to one frequently asked question that I get about IRMA, which is, if I'm subject to IRMA, can't I just go ahead and enroll in a Part C Medicare Advantage plan in order to avoid having to pay my Part B and Part D higher IRMA premiums? And the answer to that is no. In order to be eligible to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan, also known as Part C of Medicare, you have to be enrolled in Medicare Parts A and B and continue to pay your Part B premium. And again, if your Medicare Advantage plan includes Part D prescription drug coverage, then you'll also have to pay that Part D IRMA adjusted premium as well. If Social Security determines that you are subject to IRMA, they will mail you out a notice, also called an initial determination. So before you actually receive your Medicare bill with your IRMA adjusted premium on it, you should receive a heads up from Social Security that you're going to be subject to IRMA, as well as instructions on how you can request a new initial determination. Now you can request a new determination if you feel that Social Security has incorrect income on file for you, or if you have experienced a life change event. For many people, a lot can change between the year's tax return that Social Security is looking at when they're determining if you're subject to IRMA and your current income, right? Many people experience life change events which result in current lower income as they're eligible for Medicare versus what their income was 2 years ago. Social Security considers any of the following situations to be life change events. And if you've experienced one of these, you can request a new determination. These include marriage, death of a spouse, divorce, you or your spouse stop working, which is a very common one, or you reduce the number of hours that you're working, involuntary loss of income producing property, loss of pension, or receipt of a settlement payment from a current or former employer due to bankruptcy or the employer's closure. Additionally, you can make the case that Social Security has outdated or incorrect information when calculating your IRMA if you have filed an amended tax return with the IRS, or if you have a more recent tax return that shows that you have a lower income than was previously reported. To request a new initial determination, you'll want to submit the Medicare IRMA life-changing event form, which I've linked below, or you can schedule an appointment with your local Social Security office. You'll want to be prepared to provide proof that you've experienced one of these qualifying life events. We've found that it's usually better to try and submit your life change event form in person at your Social Security office if possible, because oftentimes they'll honor your request right then and there and lower your premiums. However, with certain COVID protocols, it can be more challenging now than in the past to secure an appointment at your local Social Security office. So you can also go ahead and mail these forms in to your local Social Security office. And make sure to include copies of your proof of your life change event, and that should also work just fine. Typically, Social Security always honors these life change event forms as long as you have proof of your life change event or proof of your current lower income. And if Social Security honors your reconsideration request, then they will just go ahead and lower your Medicare Part B, Part D premiums. However, if you disagree with their decision, you still have additional appeal options. I'm going to go ahead and link the full appeals process below, which includes potentially a hearing before an Office of Medicare Hearings and Appeals administrative law judge. And if you're ultimately dissatisfied with the law judge's decision, then you can continue through an appeals process. And again, I've linked that information below. Again, a successful appeal will result in your premiums being corrected. So a lot of people are surprised when they realize they will have to pay these IRMA premiums, or maybe they have an unusually high income tax year. Maybe they've sold a property and then they're surprised 2 years later when they're hit with now higher new Medicare Part B and Part D premiums. So hopefully this video helped to shed a little bit more light on this topic for you. If you have any questions, again, leave them for me below. My team and I are licensed independent brokers. We specialize in helping seniors all across the country. We're licensed in almost every state, and we help people with their Medicare supplement plans, Medicare Advantage plans, and Part D prescription drug plans. So please feel free to give us a call at any time. We would be more than happy to assist. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.